Hi, I'm Erin with 5 Parks Yoga. I'm so glad you could make it onto your mat and join me for yoga today. If you don't have a lot of time for a long practice, enjoy this mindful movement class. Thank you so much to my YouTube subscribers and members and my Patreon supporters. I'm very appreciative of your support for 5 Parks Yoga. You hear the monkeys in the background this morning. We're gonna start in a seated position. So come into any comfortable seated position with your legs crossed. Half lotus or full lotus is welcome. You can have your hands resting down on your knees or face up. Or you can bring your hands into a mudra, maybe Gyan mudra with your finger and your thumb connected. Or you can bring one hand on top of the other and rest them in your lap. Go ahead and close your eyes. In our mindfulness movement practice, we want to connect first to the breath. So let's take a cleansing breath to begin. Breathe in through your nose and hold it at the top. When you're ready, release it through your mouth. Close your lips, begin to breathe in and out through your nose. As you exhale, gently constrict the back of your throat, making your breath audible as it comes out through your nose. In your mind, come to a count as you inhale. That can be the count of 5 or any other number. And as you exhale, can you count the same number and go at the same pace? This is called equal breathing. So we're working toward an equal length in our inhale and our exhale. So let's take 5 more breaths here in this seated position as we ground down through our sitting bones and we reach up through the crown of our head. Settle into our space. As you take these breaths, can you set an intention for this time, for your yoga practice today? Just bring to your mind's eye something that you would like to receive or work toward during your practice. It can be something in your body or something in your mind, something in your heart, something in your nervous system. Take one more breath here. With your eyes open or closed, we're going to move into full or half neck rolls. So bring your ear toward your shoulder, chin toward your chest. As you breathe in, come up and around. As you breathe out, come down and around. Next time your chin comes toward your chest, pause. As you breathe in, reverse directions. We're going to take one more full neck roll. And then we're going to meet back in a neutral position. Your head in line with your shoulders, in line with your hips. And on your next breath in, reach your arms up overhead, reach through your fingertips. As you breathe out, come off to the left. Take your left hand down toward the floor and reach your right arm up and across. Keep your right shoulder in line with your right hip as you stretch through the right side of your body. Breathe in and reach both arms up overhead, and as you breathe out, come off to the right. Take your right hand down towards your mat and reach your left arm up and across, keeping your left shoulder in line with your left hip, stretching through your left side. As you breathe in, bring both arms up overhead, and as you breathe out, Bring your right hand to your left knee and your left hand out behind you. Sit up nice and tall as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, deepen into your twist. Look out over your shoulder if that's accessible. On your next breath in, you're gonna come back towards center, release your knee, reach your arms up overhead. And as you breathe out, bring your left hand to your left knee. Bring your right hand out behind. Breathe in to lengthen up through the crown of your head, sitting up nice and tall, and breathe out, deepen into your twist, looking out over your shoulder. Take a deep breath in, come back to center, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers for a chest expansion. Press your fists down toward your mat, lift your chin up off of your chest, maybe look up. And then as you breathe out, hinge from your hips. Reach your arms up and over the back of your head, getting a nice stretch in your low back. And then, of course, you're opening up your shoulders and your chest as you reach your arms up and over. On your next breath in, come all the way back up. And you're going to release your hands and make your way to a tabletop position. So in tabletop position, you want to position your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Your feet are flat to the floor. With your breath, drop your belly. Inhale, lift the crown of your head up and your tailbone up. As you breathe out, round your spine. Lift and separate your shoulder blades. Look toward your belly button. Breathe in. Make your way to cow pose. Arching your spine, stretching the front side of your body. Breathe out, round your spine, coming into cat pose. One more time, breathe in, cow. Breathe out, cat. Return to tabletop. Gazing down at the floor, keep your right knee and your left hand planted. Extend your right arm forward and your left leg back, reaching from your fingertips and pressing back through the ball of your foot. Level out your hips and your shoulders. Again, your gaze is at the floor, so your neck is nice and long. Engage through your core. Draw your belly button back toward your spine. This is a spine and core strengthener. Release back to tabletop position. Keep your right hand and your left knee on the floor. Extend your left arm forward and your right leg back. Reach out through your fingertips. Press back through the ball of your foot. Engage your core. Can you feel your core working? As you exhale, release your left hand and your right knee down onto your mat. If you need to, you can move toward the back of your mat. We're coming into heart melting pose, so you might need the extra space to walk your hands forward into the corners of your mat as you release your chest, chin, nose, forehead toward your mat. You're going in that direction. Keep your hips stacked over your knees so your hips are high. And just feel that deep stretch in your shoulders and your chest. Breathe in. Listen to the sound of your breath, nice equal length. Breathe out, Ujjayi breath, listen to the sound. Long, slow, and steady. Now walk your hands back so they're underneath your shoulders and tuck your toes under, lift your hips high, release your heels down toward your mat. Look back toward the back of your mat. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Pedal out your legs, bending and straightening one leg at a time. See if you can kind of shake out and wobble your head so you know that there is no tension being held in your neck. Complete one more round of breath. Inhale. Exhale through your nose. Breathe in and lift your right leg high. Open your hip, bend your leg. Roll out your ankle in one direction. Roll out your ankle in the other direction. Bring your right leg straight, your hips back to level. As you breathe out, you're going to round through your spine and bring your right foot between your hands. Drop your left knee down onto the floor. Begin to straighten through your right leg, half splits pose. Bring your forehead toward your knee, stretching your hamstring. Draw your left hip forward and your right hip back. So 2 hips are in one line. Make that self-adjustment. Feel the difference in the stretch as you do that. Really active in your hips. Now bend into your right leg. So your right knee is over your right ankle, and then lift your arms up, fingertips toward the ceiling, shoulders down and away from your ears. Grounded crescent lunge. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, bring your left arm forward and your right arm back. Now bring your right hand toward your left leg. And then bring your left arm up, up, up. So this is a pretty deep twisted grounded lunge. And then circle your right arm up and over all the way back to the floor. Tuck your left toes under. Step your left foot to meet your right. Keep your legs bent. Ragdoll pose. So you can take opposite hand toward opposite elbow and just sway side to side, letting your head dangle. All right, make your way back towards center. Release your hands down towards your mat. Step back so you're in a high plank pose. Modification for high plank is knees to the floor. Shift forward so your shoulders come past your wrists. Lower all the way down onto your belly. Take the tops of your feet flat to the floor. Breathe in, lift up to low lift cobra. Use the muscles in your back to make that lift happen versus pushing into your hands. Lower down as you breathe out. 2 more. Inhale. Use your back muscles to lift your chest up off the floor. Exhale, lower down. 1 last time. Lift up. And lower down. Keep your hands right where they are. Tuck your toes under. Press up to high plank with your knees on or off the floor and press back to downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Open your hip. Bend your leg. Circle your ankle in one direction. Circle your ankle in the other direction. Straighten your left leg, 3-legged dog. Level out your hips, round your spine, and place your left foot between your hands. Take your right knee down onto the floor. Begin to straighten through your left leg for half splits pose. Bringing your forehead in the direction of your left knee. Now make that self-adjustment again. Draw your left hip back and your right hip forward. Imagine that you're squeezing your inner thighs together so you're really active through your legs here as you're stretching your left hamstring. Now bring your left knee right over your left ankle and lift both arms up overhead so you're in grounded crescent lunge. So you're reaching up through your fingertips. Lower your shoulders down away from your ears. Sink into your right hip. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, bring your right hand forward and your left hand back. Now you're going to bring your left hand toward your right leg and then reach your right arm up. And then you're going to circle your arms down, bring them to the mat, tuck your right toes under, lift your knee, step your right foot to meet your left. And this time on your inhale, you're going to come up to a halfway lift. So begin to straighten your legs, nice flat back. So the crown of your head is in line with the base of your spine. And then you can exhale, come into standing forward fold. So this time our legs are straight or working in that direction. You can hold on to the backs of your ankles or heels and then draw your head a little bit closer to your mat and your forehead a little bit closer to your shins. On your next breath in, rise all the way up to tall mountain pose. In tall mountain pose, you're going to bring your left arm forward and your right arm back, but keep your hips squared to the front of your mat. So again, big twist here, using your core. Circle your right arm down, down, down. meets your left arm, bring them both back up to tall mountain, looking up toward the ceiling. And then you're gonna bring your right arm forward and your left arm back, keeping your hips squared to the front of your mat, using your core to deepen into your twist. Circle your left arm down and around. Your left arm meets your right and both arms rise up to tall mountain. Exhale, hinge from your hips, come all the way down, standing forward fold. Breathe in, come up to a halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, standing forward fold, plant your hands, step back, high plank pose. As you breathe out, shift forward, shoulders past your wrists, lower halfway or all the way down. This is always going to be your option and your choice. Come up to low lift cobra, high lift cobra, or upward facing dog, and press your way back to downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your right leg high. Breathe out, step your right foot between your hands. This time, keep your knee up off the floor and rise up to crescent lunge. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. You're gonna get used to this movement. Use your core, deepen the twist. Circle your right arm down, down, down. Right arm meets left, come up to crescent lunge. As you breathe out, plant your heel, come into warrior two. Look out past your fingertips. Take another full breath here, in and out through your nose. Reverse warrior, low lunge. Make your way back to downward facing dog. High plank, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. You'll take any variation you want. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up. Step forward to low lunge. Rise up to crescent, bringing your arms up overhead. As you exhale, bring your right arm forward, left arm back. Vertical twist. Circle your left arm down and around till it meets the right and bring both arms up overhead for crescent lunge. And then exhale, make your way to warrior two. Hold here for a full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Low lunge, breathe out. Make your way back to downward facing dog. One full breath in downward facing dog, in and out through your nose. Equal length. Inhale and exhale. Be mindful in your movements. Let's continue on. Lift your right leg up. Step forward to low lunge. Crescent lunge, breathe in. Vertical twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Circle it down and around. One fluid movement. Crescent lunge, getting mobility in that shoulder. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose, elbow to knee or fingertips toward the floor. Left arm reaches up or forward. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Low lunge, breathe out. Take your weight onto your right foot. Standing splits, breathe in. Jiva squat, breathe out. Standing splits, breathe in. Exhale, you're gonna bring your left foot down past your right and you're gonna come all the way to standing staff. See if you can do it without putting your foot on the floor. Reach your arms up. Leg comes to 90 or straight. Now you're gonna sweep that left leg back and come into airplane pose. If airplane pose is not accessible, you can come to airplane lunge. As you breathe in, reach your arms forward for full warrior three pose. And then you're gonna gently step back to low lunge and make your way back to downward facing dog. Right to the other side. Lift your left leg high. Step forward, low lunge. Come on up to crescent lunge. Vertical twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Circle it down, one fluid movement. Crescent lunge, warrior two. Reverse warrior. side angle pose. Reverse warrior. Low lunge. You're gonna step onto your left foot. Come to standing splits as you breathe in. Jiva squat. As you breathe out, right knee behind left, squat down, squeeze. Standing splits. And make your way to staff pose. See if you can do it without putting your right foot on the floor. Just working your balance. Bringing your arms up overhead, leg comes to 90 degrees or straight. Make your way to airplane. Sweep that right leg through. Maybe you can do it without putting your foot on the floor. Just playing with the pose and the fluid movement and the transition. As you breathe in, reach your arms forward, warrior 3 pose. As you exhale, come into low lunge. Make your way back to downward facing dog. One more time through our flow. Take your right leg high, breath to move, low lunge. Crescent. Vertical twist. Okay, little variation here. Left arm up, right hand comes to your left leg. So we did this on the floor. And now you're gonna circle both arms around to warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Half moon, or you can come back to side angle. Standing splits, standing forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. High plank, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Same leg, right leg high, low lunge, crescent lunge, airplane, staff, warrior 3. This time keep your biceps by your ears like you're a pendulum, and then low lunge. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Step forward, low lunge. Crescent lunge. Vertical twist. Right arm up, left hand reaches down for your right thigh. Circle both arms around. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Half moon or side angle. Breathe in. Standing forward fold. Lift your right leg up for standing splits. Jiva squat, right knee behind left. Standing splits. Low lunge. High plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And back to downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. So this is the same leg. Low lunge. Crescent lunge. Airplane. Step onto your left foot. Lift your left leg up off the mat. Breathe in. Standing staff. 90 degrees or straight. Like a pendulum. Right leg comes through. Hinge forward. Arms stay in line with your leg. Step back. Low lunge. Make your way to down dog. Your right leg high, half pigeon. Breathe in, extend through the crown of your head, maybe look up toward the ceiling. Breathe out, release. 3 breaths here. Complete your exhale. Come back up onto your hands. Swing your left leg around. Bring your right foot to your left inner thigh. Reach your arms up overhead. Forward fold over your left leg. Complete your exhale. Bring your left foot to meet your right. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Bring your hands around your ankles, your elbows toward your knees. Hinge forward. This inner thigh stretch, hip opener, low back stretch. Release from your fold, cross over your ankles, step back to downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, half pigeon. Breathe in, stretch up, breathe out, release. 3 breaths here. Equal length inhales and equal length exhales. Come back up onto your hands. Swing that back leg around. Bring your sole of your left foot toward your right inner thigh. Reach up as you breathe in and forward fold over your right leg as you breathe out. Bring your forehead in the direction of your right knee. Release from your fold. Bring both feet flat to the floor. Extend your arms forward and roll down onto your back. Bring your arms into a goalpost position, palms facing up. Bring your legs into a 90-degree angle. Breathe in here. As you exhale, bring your knees to the right. Look to the left. Bring your knees through center as you breathe in. On your exhale, bring your knees to the left. Look to the right. Bring your knees back to center. Take your hands around your knees. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Squeeze into a little ball. And then release to Savasana. Extend your legs long. Let your feet fall open. Bring your arms long. Let your palms face up and your fingers relax. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it at the top. Exhale through your mouth. Take a mental body scan, working your way up from your toes to the crown of your head. Relaxing your toes, ankles, knees, and hips. Releasing your fingers, elbows, shoulders, and chest. Feel the weight of your entire head resting on your mat. Relax your jaw. Relax your forehead. Bring movement back into your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling your wrists and your ankles. Reaching your arms up overhead, pressing your toes down, big stretch. And make your way toward your side before you come up to a seat. Take a moment to thank yourself for being mindful, whether it's the morning, afternoon, or evening, taking this time for yourself. And press your way up to seated. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it go through your mouth. Today's word, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste.